So I personally wouldn't go out there and get a bank account with a bank that's not going to offer me anything in return, right? So if I'm going to be getting a business bank account, I want to get a business bank account with someone who has business credit cards, someone who has business lines of credit, offer business loans, all of these things, right? So banks are big on relationship. They are more inclined to lend to your business if you have a relationship with them. I always recommend getting accounts with banks that are business friendly, like I said, meaning they have business perks. You can have multiple business bank accounts, right? No one's saying that you can only have one business bank account. Think about it like this: the more relationships I have, the more access to funding I'm going to have. I might have a business account with Navy Federal, Chase, and KeyBank. Now I want all the funds. I'm getting loans over here, lines of credit over here. I'm getting business credit cards over here. So that's an easy way to get 6 figures in funding, just by establishing different banking relationships with different banks that offer business perks, right? All right, so the banks that I'm talking about are going to be banks like your credit unions, right? So we have Navy Federal here. So basically, I love credit unions because they do in-house approvals, meaning they base their approval off of your relationship and not just solely off of your credit score. Even if you have a mid-600s, Navy Federal has been known to give you approvals for like 20K and up. So let's say you've had a car with them, you've had a loan with them that you've paid off. They're more inclined to lend to you even if you don't have that ideal score. So that's why I love credit unions. My pick of choice is Navy Federal. And of course, Navy Federal has all kinds of hacks and all these things, that you can get approved for. My next favorite is going to be, well, one of my favorites. I have so many. My next one I'm going to talk about is going to be Chase. And so the reason why I love Chase is because they have large revolving accounts and they have 0% interest rate accounts like credit cards and things like that. So a business credit card with 0% interest rate is like a gold mine to an investor, right? Because that's free money. 0% interest rate is free money. So basically with a card with 0% interest rate, as long as you pay that minimum balance, you can literally pull all the money off of that card and pay the little minimum balance monthly. And now you just got $20,000 to go ahead and invest in. As long as you're making that minimum payment, you are good. So remember, business credit and personal credit do not operate on the same terms, right? So on the personal side, you got to keep your utilization under 30 or so percent. On the business side, we don't play by the same terms. You can max it out just so long as you're in good standing and you're making the minimum payments, you're still good. All right. So another bank I like is KeyBank. I love KeyBank because they have lines of credit and loans. And so what you'll find out is that you'll start to see which banks you're going to want to use for which products, right? So you may use Navy Federal for their credit cards. You may use Chase for their 0% interest business cards. You may use KeyBank for their lines of credit and loans. So you will start to see which banks you're going to be using for which products. So basically in my funding secrets I use for my clients, we specify, we try to figure out what's the best goal for the client, and then that's going to determine what type of banking relationships you're going to want to get.